What's going on, guys? Thuggy's back again with another video. Today we're doing football talk again. NFL football talk about the games of last week. So Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. My opinion on them and how they played out in my opinion. So the first game we're starting off with the Thursday night game, the Bears and the Packers. You know, I really thought the Bears, were pulling a little something together and we're actually going to win that game. But no, the Packers blew them out. And that Danny Trevathan hit was definitely a dirty hit. Horrible hit. But the NFL suspended him for 2 games. But then they upheld it and only suspended him for 1 game. They took 1 off. So he will be out this week against the Vikings. I believe they play the Vikings. But then the game after that, he'll be back. And the next game, we're going with the Panthers and the Patriots. The Panthers beat the Patriots 33-30. And it made me very angry that the Patriots lost to the Panthers. Cam Newton was just throwing dots all over the field. Just touchdown pass or wide open receiver after another one. And it was ridiculous that there was this wide open dude all game long. I don't believe how that was happening, but the Patriots have 32nd ranked defense in the whole NFL. They're the worst. Belichick wasn't calling timeouts in the last drive. He was just letting them drive and wasting the time when he could have wasted timeouts. And I think he was just expecting him to miss it, but that didn't happen. So we lost. We're now 2-2. Next game is the Saints and the Dolphins. That was the early one in London. The Saints beat them 20-0. I at least thought the Dolphins were going to at least score a couple touchdowns, but the Saints shut them out. So I didn't get to watch that game, so I don't know anything that happened. I didn't wake up that early to watch that game. But from what I'm seeing is the Saints just beat them 20-0, and it was a kind of a blowout since 20-0 is a blowout. Next game is the Bills and Falcons. Everyone probably thought the Falcons was going to win this one, including myself. I chose the Falcons to win. And the Bills showed up and beat them. The Bills, I didn't know had that good of a defense, if we're being honest. And they stopped Matt Ryan and Devontae Freeman and Julio. But Julio was injured, and so was Mohamed Sanu. But I still don't think that would have mattered even with them in there. Could have, maybe. But the Bills did upset the Falcons this week, which is amazing. So good for the Bills. That's bad for me, though, because they're in my division, and I hate that. Next game we're going with the Steelers and Ravens. Steelers beat them 26-9, which was a pretty decent. It was decent for a minute. I thought the Ravens were going to come back, and then the Steelers just actually closed the game out. But Antonio Brown's being selfish. He was wide open on that play, wide open. But if he wasn't open, why is he going to be selfish? I mean, how is he just going to be selfish and throw shit and just be angry? Like you're a team, you're not supposed to just get the ball. As Ben Roethlisberger said, you don't want to be known as the offense that only goes to Antonio Brown. So he has no reason to be getting mad out there over a play. I do agree that he was wide open, but he just got to let that go. They won, so I don't see why it's a big deal. And then Bengals and the Browns. The Bengals have been showing up these last 2 weeks. And they won 31-7. They beat the Browns. Shouldn't be hard, but the Browns also had a lot of dudes injured. But they all are also the Browns, Nothing much to say there. Bengals did good, pulled away with the win. Next one, we got the Rams and the Cowboys. Pretty sure every one of you thought the Cowboys were going to win. I thought that too. But the Rams pulled away with another upset, 35-30. The Rams have the highest scoring offense in the NFL right now, which is, I did not expect that. Todd Gurley and Greg Zuerlein are the 2 highest scoring players, and they're both on the Rams. That's weird. But the Rams are doing good, so let's see how long they can keep that up. But next game, we got the Titans and the Texans. Wow. 57-14. That is just ridiculous. The Texans just demolished them. Mariota went out with an injury, hamstring injury, which I have him in fantasy, so that wasn't good. But he got 2 touchdowns, and they were just starting to come back. At that time, it was like 14-28 or something. And yeah, they were starting to come back. I thought they were going to come back, but nope. The Texans just finished them off like quite bad, actually. So that was not a good game to watch. Next game, we got the Lions and the Vikings. So, that game, I remember watching it. Dalvin Cook got injured. He has a torn ACL and fumbled the ball as they were driving. So that could have been a big impact on the game. But the Lions did pull away with the win. So that makes them 3-1, but they should be 4-0. They should have beat the Falcons, but we talked about that last week. Next game is the Jaguars and the Jets. Everyone probably thought the Jaguars were going to win. Most likely, including myself. The Jets shouldn't have won a game all year. They had the worst team in the NFL. But they actually are now 2-2, and they are tied with the Patriots. That game did go in overtime. And the Jets pulled away with the 23-20 victory in overtime. Next game, Cardinals and 49ers. That game also went in overtime, 18-15. And the Cardinals got a big win with the big clutch throw to Larry Fitzgerald in the back of the end zone. He also got injured on that play for a minute, but it was probably like a cramp or something. But that was a great catch by Larry Fitzgerald. And the Cardinals won, and everyone knew they were going to win, but the 49ers did put up a good fight. Next game, we got the Eagles and the Chargers. And I thought the Eagles were going to win, as well as they did, 26-24. But it was a lot closer than I expected, honestly. I didn't think the Chargers were going to come out there. But the Chargers aren't a bad team if you think about it. They've lost by a missed field goal and a blocked field goal. And they're right there in every game. They've lost by a touchdown or less in every game. So they're not a bad team. They're just not winning. So they need to improve something and figure out how to finish that game. Because they're not doing too bad. They're going to have some troubles when they play better teams. But it's all good there. So that was a pretty good game. Giants and Buccaneers. This game was a 25-23. And that was a lot closer than I thought. Same thing with the Giants. The Giants are 0-4. They just can't win. They're not pulling away with the W. It's kind of ridiculous. They got Odell, who's making great catches sometimes. He catches better one hand than he does two hands. They got a good team. They're just not winning. So a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't like that. But Buccaneers won 25-23. Final. Next game, most talked about game, I would say, is the Raiders and the Broncos. The Broncos won 16-10. I guess you could say it was a close game, but not a necessarily good game. It wasn't high scoring, so not a lot of big plays happened. The biggest play was Derek Carr got injured. He went out with a back fracture. He's out for 2 to 6 weeks. And looks like he's fine. That's a big impact in the game, though, because they're going to need Derek Carr. Now they got E.J. Manuel. And that was just I still don't think they could have won. But Derek Carr would have thrown that ball away instead of trying to make nothing out of something. He wouldn't have got injured, but, I guess you always got to be the hero, right? So, it's all good. Broncos pulled away with the win, 16-10. Next game was Seahawks and Colts. Blowout game. Final score was 46-18. It was a lot closer. I think the score was like 18 to like 20 or something like that. I don't remember the exact score, but it was a lot closer. And then Colts just completely lost it, and they got like Seahawks just came out of nowhere and started beating them. Just horrible. And so Seahawks pulled away with that win, but everyone knows they should have. Colts don't have a good team. Andrew Luck is going to be injured for probably another, I think, till week 6, another 2 weeks. Jacoby Brissett isn't playing horrible, but the Colts just don't, I don't know, they're missing something. They're not playing like, like good football. And the last game, we got the Monday Night Football game. The Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs. So I had Kareem Hunt. I was playing against Kareem Hunt and I was only up by 7. So somehow I was hoping he only got 70 yards. But he got like 15 points in the league I was in. And so I lost. Kind of makes me mad, but it happens. But anyways, they won. What was it? 29-20. It was a lot closer than that. It was 23-20. And they kicked the game with like 2 seconds left, and then they kicked the ball off, and they nailed it in the end zone. That was about it. They nailed it in the end zone, and they tried to do pitch plays, and the pitch plays didn't work, so they ended up fumbling it, and Justin Houston returned it for a touchdown. So that's just, that's what happens. It's part of the game. And so that's the football talk for this week. Lots of upsets. Lots and lots of upsets that weren't supposed to happen. Like, for example, Panthers and Patriots. Patriots are the best team in the NFL. They're just not playing with it right now. So, whatever. But if you enjoyed my football talk about my opinions on how the games went and everything, let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos like this. I'll continue to bring them out daily, weekly, either on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, right before the Thursday night game of the next week. And the Thursday night game is the Patriots and Buccaneers this week. And so I'm going to be watching that all day tomorrow. Let me know if you guys like the series. Thanks for watching. Peace.